Hello, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Adenike Jimo, and if this is your first time of being here, you're most welcome. Welcome to our community of people with purpose. And for my returning viewers, you're really welcome. All right, so today I want to talk about when you hit rock bottom. Yes, when you have done all that you know what to do, how to do, and you just can't hold the center again. When it looks as if just looks as if the whole world is just crumbling on you. Yes, it's not a nice place to be, honestly. I mean, if you have never experienced it, you will not understand what it is like to actually be at the bottom of the rock. I think that's how they came about rock bottom. Wherever you are, honestly speaking, it is not a nice place to be when it just looks as if you've been trying so hard to hold everything together and the center will not just hold. You're so overwhelmed, you feel burdened, you're almost even going into depression because you just feel as if you can't handle things together or you just can't handle anything. But today, I'm here to speak to you wherever you are. As you're watching this, I am speaking to you. You're at the bottom of everything that you think that I just can't take this any longer. Listen, you may be at the bottom of the rock, you may be at like your wit's end. But let me tell you something. While it is an uncomfortable place to be, you can turn it into a good place for yourself. Just hold on. I know that there's nothing like, when everything is not holding together, when, the whole world is just like, it looks as if the whole world is against you. All right. It's not a nice place to be at the, to hit rock bottom. But today I want to turn that rock bottom into a place of comfort and a place that you can actually use as a springboard to get back up. Okay, so I'll tell you how you can get this done. Just remember one thing. Little steps take you to the very top. Many times people say a journey of 1,000 miles. Well, it's not many people that said it. One person said it, and then many people start saying it after that. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step. That's true. But you know what? A journey of 1,000 meters high also begins with a step. Okay, so it's time for you to look at yourself, look at the bottom of the rock where you are, and just choose. First step is get up. All right, just rise. Even if you're not ready to carry any step right now, first thing is just rise. And as you're rising, just listen to what I have to tell you. All right, and you'll be okay. Trust me, you will be okay. You may actually look as if everything is just like, but you will be okay. All right? So let's go. Now, the first thing that you need to do is that while you have hit rock bottom, be kind to yourself. Now, when I say be kind to yourself, sometimes you feel that I'm not good enough, I could not hold things, maybe I deserve this, maybe I've been so mean, maybe I've been so bad. Things you tend to enter that guilt mode, all right? Start blaming yourself, or sometimes you even try to blame other people. But you know what? Be kind to yourself. You need to undo your old self, right? And wear a new self. The new self that you want to now go up. You see, you cannot come all the way down and then go back up the same way. Oh, come on. Why? People are waiting. People are waiting. Even if you are thrown to the bottom of the well, all right? People are waiting to see whether you're going to climb up, back, or whether you're just going to die down there. All right. So you have to choose that No, I will rise and I'll go back up. But don't go back up the same way you went down. Don't. So choose that, no, I'm coming back a new self, a new being, a new me, a new strength. It may be the bottom, but I will gather my strength. I will, and you should. So first of all, check yourself to say, okay, where did I miss it? How have I gone wrong? What are the wrong steps that I took? All right, take a count of what you have done wrong that actually got to this bottom. What were those things that you did that did not allow you to take time to look inward or to take time to rest? All right, where were those places that you went to, or who are those people that you are associating with that actually got you to this level? You know, if you want to be honest to yourself, you know. So this is the time to actually put off all those old things and say, no, it's time for me to have a rethink because I need a new self. I remember someone's story, all right? And I have person's permission to actually share the story. In fact, this story is written in one of my books, Rejection. And this is the true life story of someone who had been a drug addict. And though he's okay now, he's fine, he's been free. And there was this time that he kept on going in and out of rehab, in and out of rehab, in and out, continuously. Until one day, he just made up his mind. He just made up his mind. He had actually, when I asked him the question, I said, where did you really hit the bottom of the rock? Because sometimes it's until you get to the bottom of the rock, you will not realize that you have fallen so far and that it's time for it to rise. And I remember this particular answer he gave me of that very point, which was his turning point. I know he had been smoking, and then that day he said his dad called him, he called his dad, and he said, Dad, and Dad said yes. Of course, we used to okay, in and out, rehabilitation, yes, say you're sorry. He looks remorseful, and then he goes back again, he goes back to, drugs and all that. And he told his dad, Dad, I'm coming home. And that, yes, you're always welcome home. So that as he was speaking, he looked at the cigarette in his hand and he said, no more. This is the last one I'm taking. And he dropped it, stepped on it, and walked away. And that was it. He had really been to through rough and through turbulent times. At this particular point in time, he had even been to the situation whereby he had to be excommunicated, he had to leave the house. I mean, if you want the whole story, all right, just pick up my book, Rejection. I'll drop the link in the description box so that you can actually, get a copy of the book. So you have to choose yourself that on your way back up, you're not going back the same old way. All right. Now, the another thing that you need to know is that you need to stop trying to please everybody. You cannot please everybody. You need to stop trying to carry everybody along. Yes, I want this person to understand. I want this person to know. I want to, you carry people on your arms, on your back, on your legs, on your waist, on your head. You barely even have space to even carry your own baggage. All right, so sometimes you really have to think about dropping off some of those things. Just drop them. Stop trying to get everybody to be on your path. We all have our paths to tread. Everybody can't be on your walkway. No. I remember sometimes when I go for my workouts and sometimes my children join me. And while we're doing our work, sometimes they just get in my way. Just while they're doing their own work, just come in front of me. And I'm just like, no, you can't come in front of me. You stay on your own lane. I stay on my own lane. We can do this work, but everybody should just stay on his own lane. All right? Because if you just allow everybody to be on your path, Number one, it will slow you down. Number two, they'll get in your way and can be very, very annoying. Can be very, 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 very upsetting. And it's a matter of time before you probably just like, no, I'm not doing this again. Okay? So allow everybody their own space. Allow everybody to go on their own lane. You can do the work together, but allow everybody their own lane. Now, another thing that you need to do is you need to get rid of the toxic behavior. Yes, do you know sometimes when you're overwhelmed, sometimes you just emit certain toxins in terms of behavior. All right, anger, bitterness, so much, I don't know, just name those negative behaviors, okay, that, you start, getting so frustrated and different kinds of negative behavior. Now, while you're at the bottom, though you have made up your mind that you want to go up, I remember we said you cannot come back up the way you went down. You need to let go. You need to shed all the toxic behavior. You really need to. Please don't go back up the way that you went down. Okay? Shed the toxic behavior. Now, I'll give you one more good way to go back up better and different from the way that you went down. And that is commit to a cause. Okay? Commit to a good cause. Have a good reason why you must get up again. Have something that you want to fight for, you want to advocate for, something that that will do you good, something that will do everybody good. You know what they say about when life throws you a lemon, make a lemonade? Listen, sometimes life does not throw you a lemon. Sometimes it throws you a whole tree of lemons. And this is what I say. Make a gallon of lemonade. Drink some and share some. All right? And throw a party of lemonade. Help other people too to see the beauty of lemons. I do wish that you get up. And this is what I have to say to you. It's beyond a wish. Right? Get up. It's time for you to just come back up. All right? Don't stay at the bottom. Get up. Till we see again. Keep rising.